Right, G-Day 2012. That was a great day for Georgia. Great to see the fans out there. Seemed like everybody enjoyed the game. I think that there's probably a little bit more offensive plays than I thought might be made today. But you know, when you look at it, the defense was scoring points too. So that's what happens sometimes when defense makes good plays. It also sets up short fields for the offense and opportunities. But I thought both sides of the ball did well. I thought both teams fought hard. It was exciting. Came down to a 2-point conversion attempt to decide the winner of the game. So had a little bit of everything. Had a fake extra point for 2. When no one lined up on the other side of the ball. But, that was a first for me. But it brought back memories of the first time. I think it was the very first G-Day. We had the same format as far as not to rush the kick, and then we had some defensive back. I don't know if he was a walk-on. I don't know who he was. I forgot who he was, but he came off the edge and he was going to block that extra point. About took Billy Bennett's knee out, or somebody's. Our number one kicker's knee just got blown up. So I've seen it all in the spring game when it comes to kicking, but it was a good day, and I really enjoyed it. Had a chance to see a couple quarters of it up in the booth. It was kind of nice to be up there. I used to call plays up there. It's a great vantage point to see what's going on. And but I thought that the game was played pretty well. Not a whole lot of penalties. Had a couple of helmets pop off that would have forced guys to take a play off here and there. But overall, I was pretty pleased.
Mark, after 14 practices already, did you pretty much have a good understanding of what you had in terms of your team, or did anything change today that kind of jumped out at you?
Well, I think we had a pretty good grasp of what we had, but it was good to see some young men make some plays, maybe that I guess out in the open where other people can see it. You know, like Jay Rowe making that play, and you know, and even some of the defensive plays. With Ramik and you know, some of the other guys, you know, we had oh goodness, he's right on the tip of my tongue. Number 56, Garrison. Sorry, Garrison, on TV. Sorry, Garrison's family. But anyway, Mr. Hustle. He was one of our guys that was hustling, you know, won the Hustle Award. You could see why he got that, just playing the way he did. And got to see our nose guards penetrate through the middle of the line and block passes. And, you know, it's very encouraging to know that we've got the edge of rushers that we have, and knowing that you could push the pocket up in the face of a quarterback and, you know, force him to throw bad balls or bat balls down, and that's going to turn into turnovers and good things happening there. So, really just, it was just good, I think, for our fans to see some of the guys make plays that normally don't get to see it every day in practice.
Mark, you were out on the field for 2 quarters. Were you trying to see something different out behind the play, or today you hadn't been on that before?
Well, I normally stand behind there in all of our scrimmages. I do get a good chance. I can keep the headset on so I know what plays are being called, so I'll kind of know what to look for. But I tend to do that in all the scrimmages, and I decided to go ahead and do it today.
Mark, how do you rate the quarterbacks behind Aaron and how they did? And quite a few opportunities there, especially towards the end. Right.
Well, I thought Hudson and LeMay both did very well. Parker had some good moments as well. LeMay showed some very nice touch at times. The first squaring that he threw, or crossing route that he threw, was he hung that one in there. I was standing right behind him on that one. That was very well protected and good route concept, and he did a good job of throwing the ball on time and on the money. And then I think the fans by the end of the game got to see what we like so much about Hudson, and that even though there'll be times when either the protection breaks down or there'll be some type of a blitz where they can bring more than we can block, you know, Hudson has a really uncanny ability to stand in there and cut that ball loose under pressure and find the right guy without taking a sack. And it's one thing not to take a sack, but it's another thing to find the right guy immediately and get it on him where he could make a play and make some positive yardage. So I really liked how Hudson was handling the no huddle and putting the ball and money under duress at times. So I thought both those guys did extremely well. And of course, we haven't really changed our thoughts on what we would like to do with Hudson this season. We definitely would like to be able to redshirt if at all possible. But like we've been telling him all along, you've got to prepare for this season as if you're going to play, because we just don't know what the off season brings. We don't know what will happen early in the season as far as Murray and football's a violent game. It's it's a very physical game, so he needs to stay on the ready.
Can you talk about I guess the play of the game? Falugi knocks the ball loose and Lowe catches it in stride.
Ricky Lowe making a play.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Well, first of all, that was more contact on a quarterback than we've had all spring. I mean, I guess maybe me being up in the booth or something changed the attitude of those guys. And sometimes they get tired of getting close and a sack not getting called. And I will say this, okay? I do ask the officials to let them play as much as possible. So there's probably some of these statistics you're reading might not have happened. You might have had quarterback knockdowns, you might have had balls tipped or picked or whatever. And it's so hard to go at a quarterback and then not hit him, so you're actually whizzing by him. So it's tough for the official to judge, would he have had him, would he not. I mean, even that one pass to Erdman, that might have very easily been a sack that kind of broke up in a big play there. So it's a little bit tougher on the defensive players, and they get a little frustrated when the quarterback throws the ball when they knew they could have knocked him down. So we did get a few more shots on the quarterback than we used to get. Thankfully, no one got hurt, but that was a particular play where normally we don't want anybody touching those guys. But the ball got hit, popped up, Ricky makes a play and takes it to the house.
Mark, looks like the first team offensive line did a pretty good job holding its own today.
They did. I thought they did. And the other thing too, just so everybody understands, I know in the second half, a lot of the D linemen were kind of, some of the top D linemen were set on the sideline. So some of the second teamers went to the first team, and some of the third teamers went to the second team. So in the second half, not to take away from the offense and what the offensive line did, I thought they did play well at times. There was certainly some plays where we had a lot of negative yardage plays, some third and longs, second and longs, and things of that nature. But overall, I thought the offensive line improved throughout the spring, and showed some signs of that today. I think the biggest evidence of that was the long drive that Murray had with the #1 unit. This was 75-yard touchdown drive, so that's pretty impressive.